Okay, so first of all, our mosaic tile here it's got plastic all over it. So I need to remove this plastic. I think. I haven't done this. So we're all doing this for the first time. We'll see what happens. We'll take our plastic off here. There we go. And it's on a cardboard. Okay. I guess we'll peel it off of this cardboard. I'm not sure if this is the right way to do it, but this is what we're going to do. And we'll figure it out later. If it's not right, then we'll know. But we removed the cardboard. Now, what I need to do, one edge of this is going to be going up against the wall. So I need to cut off here, down this edge, on either side. It doesn't really matter, so I'm going to mark it a little bit. I hope this will mark it, because this is where I want to score it with the, that's really light. I don't know if you can see that. I may have to get a different pen, but I want to score it right down through there, because I want to make this edge even so it'll go against the wall. And I may have to get something a little bit darker because that's really light. Okay, I have a different pen here. I'm using this guy. It should make a better mark to see where I need to score it. This is, that's, I can see that one. This is a low odor export dry erase. So that should just wipe off once I'm finished cutting. So we're gonna take this and it moves up and down like this to do the scoring with the little blade that I was telling you about. So we are going to put them up here and see if we can score it. I gotta figure out how to, I think I need to get something to put underneath here at the same height to keep it flat. So I'm gonna get something to put under there. Then we'll try our scoring and cutting. Okay, we have it here now down where you can see the scoring. So I am going to score right here. Can you hear it? And I'm going to score this one. I'm going to try to score each one of them. I'm being attacked. And let's score the last one. Now, according to what I was seeing, if I take out this, it should have a nice even. I need to move it over a little more, put my scoring right back where it's supposed to be. And we're going to press down and hopefully it, hey, something snapped. Did you see that? Let's do the other one. And see how nice that's close enough because it's going to be in the corner. So that will be great for what we need. Okay, I did my scoring and I broke it off. As you can see, it's straight across the edge there. These are the little pieces that broke off right where I scored it. That's what it looked like before. It had sticking out on each side, and now that I scored it, it's straight across there. And also, we had used that the dry marker. It just wipes off. See, it just wipes right off with your finger, so there's no marks on it, and it's ready to go in the corner by the wall. Okay, I took my tiles and I used tape just to hold it on the wall. I wanted to see what I had going on. And down here on the bottom, my bottom tile here, which is half of it, because this is roughly 18 inches, roughly. But if I put it maybe an eighth of an inch, roughly an eighth of an inch from my shower base, that gives me a gap. I have a gap on the top here. I have a gap up here, slightly over a ½ inch. The gap that I have, when I put that, that's I'm looking at 9/8. So at least I need a ½ inch. I need something to fit between the towel here and the new ones that I'm going to be putting up. But I need it to go all the way around, and it needs to be approximately a ½ inch. So I need to go find something that'll fit in there so that when I put my towels in, they'll fit just right on the, when I put my towels in, they'll fit just right on the shower base, because I'm cutting the bottom 6 off, and so it'll be here, which is about 1/8 of an inch on the top of the shower base. Okay, I was taping my mosaic on the wall to see how it's going to fit. On the bottom I'm going to have a 1/8 of an inch space, and so I cut it, taped it together, and everything's going to work out perfect. So now that I've done that, I'm going to mark it all the way around where my first layer should go, and from there I'll start and we'll proceed. Okay, we're now gonna put on our thin set. We're gonna put our thin set here and start putting up our mosaic on the bottom here. This should be fun. This is the first time that I've done this, so let's give it a shot. Let's move this out of the way so we can we're gonna put our thin set on first. We're gonna put on our thin set, and we're gonna go from there. So let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. I haven't done this before, but this will be a new thing. If I can get the thin set out of the bucket here, I have to use 2 of them to get it out because I didn't know what I was doing. So just put that on the wall, and hey, look at that. I don't know if that's right or not, but better than nothing at this point. Let's get some more and I need to make sure I get all the way at the bottom and the corners. Make sure everything is filled in. This will be interesting since it's my first time. I'm going to be using a 1/8 inch spacer to help me to space it. I have a sponge and some water so I can do a little cleanup as I go, because I really do not. This is the first time that I've done this, so bear with me and we're going to get it done. And I'm using pre-mix. This is a pre-mix thin set. We'll see how it goes. Make sure I get it all the way down to the bottom here. Okay, now that I got that, let's I don't know what they call this part of it, but should be fun. Let's start in the corner. First, I'm going to take our spacers. So I do want to put a spacer on the bottom. I'm going to start in the corner. Look like I need a little bit more in that upper corner. So I don't want to put it on yet without that. Make sure we get the whole thing. Learning as we go, learning as we go. Okay, let's try it again. Interesting though, never to say the least. And I also, at the same time, I want to make sure it's level. I'm pulling it down on the bottom so I can, and I need to pull forward a little bit. Make sure it gets in. I get my leveler here. I want to make sure it's level. Okay, well, that's pretty close. Pretty close. This edge needs to come down some more. That might do it right there. Let me check again. Almost. That side up, this side down. It actually kind of sticks in place pretty good. I'm going to clean my leveler off once I finish. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. Just to double check, let's do it again. Because once we get it in here, it's in here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to press each one of them in. Got a good seat on it. I don't know if this is the right way to do it, since I've never done it before, I don't know if there's any other way to do it. But I will do each one. Okay. I'm going to put our next row in. Get it here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to make sure you can see it. Just kind of go there and kind of put it in here. I'm going to measure it, and I mean not measure, but take my leveler. I got to get a little bit of space in between. Just kind of eyeballing it. I do have some spacers that I'm going to use. Wow, I don't know if I need that much space. Just to keep it honest. Put some little spacers in there. It'll be easy to come out. And before I put that top one in, I should actually wipe off my leveler. I have thin set on it, so I'm going to wipe that off. I'm going to measure again here just to, because, oh, that looks good. So I'm going to keep it as is. Put our last piece over here. It's got to go this way. Maybe that's a little bit thick. I'm going to have to wipe that off shortly here. One thing for sure, it won't be coming off the wall once it gets stuck. Double check, double, triple check, doesn't hurt. Yeah. Never hurts. Okay. I need to get my sponge, clean off some of that. Sure. I'm going to put some more spacers. Does seem to have a bit much. I am going to have fun cleaning that off. I better do it before it settles in and get too hard. I think maybe I didn't take enough off the wall in some spots. This is messy when you're a beginner. I can tell you that. It'll be stuck on here once I get it stuck. It won't slide, but I'm going to have to clean it off pretty quick here. So don't do what I did. Don't put too much. Then you'll be doing a lot of cleaning. But it will be stuck on the wall for sure. It seemed to be in that one spot I kind of made it pretty heavy. Okay. Okay. Now that it's kind of in place, I'm going to pull these out because I need to clean off some things here. I got a bucket of water with my sponge here. I got to do a lot of washing, guys. Make sure you don't make the same mistake. Don't put too much thin set. It's basically I'm washing off thin set mostly because I put too much. That's what happens when you're amateur. Okay. Actually, it doesn't look too bad now that I got most of the excess off of it, so I'm kind of happy with that. So the rest of it up here, it should be a lot easier now that I've done one round of, you know, kind of screwing it up pretty good. I'm gonna make sure they're all pushed in, because I want them to be in there really well. So I really did put quite a bit of thin set, more than I needed. So but we're not doing too bad now. Figure out how to get some grout in there after that. Get my grout in and waterproof it. It'll be looking good. Okay, trying to get this other side in here. Just kind of press it up there a little bit until it gets stuck. Then I can put my spacer. I need to make sure the right amount of space. And when I put on my thin set that time, I did not put too much like I did before. That looks good. So press each one, make sure it gets good and tight. See, that one would be not quite long enough, so I need a full one. I got another full one right here. Let's see. Will that work? I think that'll work. That will work. Look at that. That, my friend, is going to be perfection. I'll put my spacers and there we go. Behind each one of these mosaic little tiles, there's a netting that holds them where they're supposed to be. I guess at that 1/8 of an inch space. But I am going to need that. Is much neater than that first time around. The first time around, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. So at this point, I need to cut some 3 more little pieces to go there. And after we do that, we will take a break and have 1 piece here, which I'm gonna have to get my little clippers and clip off the end just because they're out a little bit far. But I'll have to snip each one off. Oh, that one fell off from there. That's where it came from. No wonder I had an extra one. I better put a little more juice on it. Put it back in there. We don't want it falling out. I'm going to let it dry. So, let's put it there and just wait. We're going to let it dry. And I'm going to cut and fill in these little spaces. And we'll come back for the next round. Up here, there's, I was putting in something between the regular tile and the mosaic. I need a little bit more thin set in there because of the way it's shaped. I have to fill it in so it'll have something to hold on to. And so that's what I'm doing now. I'm not saying this is the right way to do it, but I'm saying this is the way I am doing it. I guess the right way is whichever way you do it and it actually works. That's the right way. That's the right way for you. I'm not a professional, but this is the right way for me to do it. And I'm going to put this one in. I already cut this piece to make it fit where I want it to fit. Put it in there to separate that. I'll wipe the excess off. Hello? Okay, anyway, like I said, we're putting this in. I don't know if there's a right way to do it. I just know that this is what's working for me, so I have my sponge here to help clean it off once I get it in there. And I'm going to let it dry. Then I'll go over the whole thing, and I got to do a little chipping on this edge. I have an edge over here I need to do a little bit of chipping on. Around down through here because it's hanging over a little bit. So I'm going to clip those off later. But for right now, we're done. We're going to let that set and we'll work on it later. Okay, now we're going to start on our back wall back here. Again, I am brand new at this, so I bought my thin set premix. We're going to try it out. See what we can do. Try to make it work. We're going to go from here all the way across. So I should get this out of my way, I think. Okay, I got that out of my way. Now I can just scoop some out and start using it. So here we go. Let's see what we can get done here. This time, I will not put it on too thick. So, I am going to work on this side over here, and then I'll be back. Gotta get it all the way down to the bottom. You can see that's where we're going from the bottom up. And then I get my edges here. I'm going to put some grooves in it, stick it on the wall. That's it. I'll be back. Okay, we're just putting these in and making sure it fit.
Symbicort can help you breathe better, starting within 5 minutes. It doesn't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden symptoms. Symbicort provides significant...
Okay, that's going to hold it there temporarily till I get my little spacers in. And that's going to be good. I hope you can see that I got to put spacers in here to make sure it's where it's supposed to be. Once I get it down to where it's supposed to be, then I'll tighten up the rest of them.
Ask your doctor if Symbicort is right for you. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be allowed.
But it's coming out great. There we go. Now I want to put some spacers in between just to make sure that is correct. See, that one's a little bit tight. There we go. Okay, now once I get my little spacers in, I'm going to press in to make sure it gets good contact so it'll stay. And I'm actually pressing on each one at a time. Gets good contact.
They don't like their family.
There. Good. I'm going to go all the way to the end. Okay, you got that? Now, you gotta cut this in half and put half of it there. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Cut right down through here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I'm gonna put this up here. We're gonna put our spacers in there after that. I don't like the way that one looks, but I guess it's right. It's got the spacer there. Okay, that is not right just yet. I'm gonna put my spacers in. I'm gonna put some this way. It's gotta come down. All you have to do is pull, it'll slide down. Put a little pressure on it, pull it down to where it's supposed to be. Okay, now, we have some others here that we need to, see that one was off a little bit, but in between here it's a lot of space, so it needs to go that way. That one needs to go the other way. There we go. We got it in there. So now we're going to press each one. Make sure it gets seated really well. Each one. See a little bit of thin set coming up between there. I'll wipe that off later. The main thing is, as long as I get a really good seat, get it seated well, it'll stick. I have a sponge and a bucket of water that I'm going to use to get that out. So I have over here on this side, I also have a little bit of thin set coming out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull these out now. It's only a half of a towel, so it stays up pretty good. I'll pull these out, and as you can see, I can have some thin set there. I am going to take my sponge, clean that off. There we go. Make it look good, and we'll put our grout later. Once it dries and set, then we'll put our grout. Okay.